Live
ACU.
from the ACU of Texas Studios.
This
is the Clear Lake Today Podcast Network.
Couple of complainers. I got Tim. I got Devin. Guess what? I also got Filippo. So, how are y'all?
You know who we don't have? Reed.
Yeah, we ain't got Reed. How are y'all? It's been a while. I think before Christmas was the last time we did this.
It's been rough, Greg.
Yeah, that's when our finale should have been. Was before.
I know, but guess what? We're doing our season 2 finale tonight, where we're going to talk the new Disney Plus and Star Wars show, The Book of Boba Fett, or as I'm going to talk more about, literally just Mandalorian 2. But anyways, before we get into that, I just want to dish because I've missed y'all and I haven't talked to y'all in a while. What's new? What's going on? Why has life been hard, Devin?
I have gout.
Gout?
Yeah, I like the last few days of Christmas break, I had some plantar fasciitis flare up in my right foot. And it all started subsiding on Sunday. But there's this one point in the side where your bunion is that wouldn't go away. And I was like, oh man, I hope this isn't a bunion, but I've never had bunions. So I went to the doctor and they looked at it and they pulled off my sock and they go, oh, that's really red.
Okay.
I think you have gout.
Yeah, how do you even get gout? I'm Googling it right now.
So there's a few different ways.
Fungus, right?
No, it's an arthritis. So you can get it from trauma, which could have been from me walking on the plantar fasciitis. It's entirely possible that's how.
Yeah.
You can get it from your diet. Like if you eat a lot of like red meats and a lot of beer, which let's face it, it was the holidays.
That's 98%.
You can get it that way.
Yeah, that's 98% of your diet. Well, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear you have gout. I wasn't expecting that answer. It caught me off guard.
The plus side is that I've been able to sit all day while I teach because I'm like, I got gout, I got to stay off my foot, so I just sit there. But I did end up having to buy a cane because since I'm having to walk around a lot, I needed to help keep the pressure off the joint, and so I got the cane for it.
Yeah.
You're so old.
You should get a sword cane.
Oh, actually, I had to do that back in college. Back in junior college before coming to Midwestern. We were doing hairspray. I was Edna, and we were rehearsing dancing, and I guess I danced a little too hard, and I popped my knee out of place, and like it really hurt, and like it was sore to walk on, and the only cane type thing I had was a sword cane. So like I just felt like a fool walking around with this big because it was like a cane with a big like knob on it.
It's like a pimp cane.
Yeah, it was a pimp cane, but it was
I have two
cane.
comments on this, Greg.
Yeah.
Number one, we've all seen this happen to you when we would have college parties and you would dance and your leg would just like fall out from under you and you'll break a bunch of glass.
Yeah. I don't think. Wait, hang on. When did I break glass? This is new to me.
It was at Marcus's house, and you fell on those little glass things that they had, the little glass cup things that their dead neighbor gave them.
No, yeah, because they were by their fireplace. I remember that.
That's horrible.
My bad. But yeah, my knee would just give out. But after losing all my weight, it got better. It hasn't popped since. Knock on wood.
I did.
Was that the party that the cops got called on at Marcus and Anna's?
I only remember the cops being called once.
I remember the cops being called at my old apartment with Kitty and Logan, and
I remember that.
Yeah, and I was in the middle of wrestling Marcus, and we had this friend Tolu who was teaching us wrestling moves, and Marcus was beating me because he was just stronger, I guess. But we got kicked out because the police were called. And then my name was still on the lease, even though I moved out. And they sent us to a collection agency, and I paid all of the rent that they said that we owed them.
That sucks.
That's
well.
ridiculous.
Hey,
I will say that
Marcus.
I had a student. They didn't think I could hear them. They were talking to another teacher. And they go, "Why are you walking with a pimp cane?" It's like I ignored it, but I mean.
Well, if Marcus is listening to the show, and you want a rematch, Tim is waiting.
Yeah, I will.
He's been working out a lot lately, and he's coming. Ooh, look at them guns. Move the sleeves a bit.
Oh, the sleeves.
Yeah, let's get some.
On that same note, while
just
he's
take the
working
shirt
the
off.
sleeves.
Oh wait.
Tim, do
You
you have
can't see. You can't see because the
Shut up.
lighting,
Shut up.
guys.
Tim, do you have a license to carry those?
Yeah,
Those
I
are
do
those are
actually.
those are deadly. Oh.
I will say that I
The
did get to see
lighting
Marcus
is in a
over the
bad
holiday.
spot, but I do have like, if the lighting was above me, it would be better. It would be.
I did get to see Marcus for the holiday. He came up here for Christmas, and he came over for our family holiday Christmas.
Yeah, I believe this is like the third time you mentioned it in the last 5 seconds.
Really? Really? I don't
All right.
remember. Let's try it again. Hey guys, Marcus came over.
All right. Well,
Oh, did you get to see Marcus over the holidays,
I
Devin?
did.
there a
He
way-
came over for our family Christmas.
Hey, is there a way we can just kick Devin out of the chat?
no, I was waiting to kick him out of the whole show, like just in
Oh.
general.
Do it.
I
Is
know.
this a show with Devin or is this a show with Marcus? Huh?
He hasn't made art in a few months, so you mean what
What have you done?
other things? Okay, well, since we're all loosened up and caught up, we're gonna go on ahead and go into it. What we're talking today is the book of Boba Fett. It aired, I don't know, 2 weeks ago around Christmas time.
Last week.
Who would like to do a synopsis of episode 1?
You go right ahead.
All
But
right.
Greg,
What?
keep it short.
All right. Well, basically, in
Episode
my
one sucked.
in my opinion, the beginning and end of this episode is the best. So I'll really just go into the gist of that. The beginning of the episode, obviously, we get what happens after. We learn a little bit about the Sarlacc pit that Boba gets sucked into. He's been in there for quite a while because the way Sarlacc pit works is it actually keeps what it eats alive, so it can feed on it longer. So actually, the stormtrooper that Boba looks at, even though it looks old and like obviously dead, it's actually alive and conscious, and you feel yourself being eaten by this thing. So you get a little bit of that. Boba crawls his way out, really badass, sticks his hand through the sand, crawls his way out. That for me was the best part of the episode. Then we just kind of get Boba doing boring shit, doing the same thing that we get in Mando, basically. But at the end of the episode, we get introduced to this big Goro type figure that I have no idea who the fuck it is, and it's a good episode. So yeah, let's go
Goro
into it.
type figure.
Yeah,
Who's that?
you remember the big Goro is from Mortal Kombat. He's the
the forearm guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
The alien, the 4-armed aliens in episode 1, right? At the end of the episode? Or am I
No,
thinking of
that's
episode 2?
That's episode. No,
That's episode 1.
that is episode 1. Yes.
Yeah.
Because the whole flashback deal is confusing as shit right now.
Yeah.
Are you talking about
That's right.
he fought that thing? The
Okay,
thing that
so
he fought that like came out of the sand?
The orange,
Yes.
Yeah.
I forget the species. The orange Greedo type character, the snitch. Basically, like he releases it from the sand and like he gets killed by that 4-armed thing. That's what I'm talking about.
He's talking about during the flashback in episode 1 at the end of the show.
The flashback where he's like a slave at that time, and then he kills the thing, and then he's no longer a slave. Is that the one?
Yes.
Remember, he kills the thing by choking it to death. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about the big 4. Oh,
No,
gosh.
yes, Greg, that is what you're talking about because it's
Okay.
the thing that the head, like the little Tusken Raider youngling, like runs back with. It's like, look at this, guys.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, it's that thing.
All right.
Yeah. What are you? What?
Whatever. Forget it.
I'm out of here.
Anyways,
I'm
basically, my biggest issue with the show so far, which was really evident in episode 1, is that it's literally Mando 2. like I think, I mean, obviously they're both Mandalorian characters. They got the same exact helmet, just different colors. And for me, that really just kind of is bothersome. We kind of get the same plot. We're still on Tatooine. Even episode 2 of season 2 of Mando, we were helping Tusken Raiders, and now episode 2 of Book of Boba Fett, we're helping Tusken Raiders again. I don't know. It just it's getting just it's becoming bad Star Wars again, and I don't like it. What do y'all think?
I mean, it's episode 1, man. Cut it some goddamn slack.
All right. Well,
Just
Robert
kidding.
Rodriguez announced a few months back. He's like, the Book of Boba Fett is going to live up to the hype. It's going to be everything you want and more. And I agree. The beginning of the episode, the Sarlacc pit, 10 out of 10. I was like, oh, we're in for something good. And then it just kind of got really boring. And I hate that he takes his helmet off all the time. It's just not doing it for me yet. But episode 2 did get a lot better.
Well, think about the Disney shows that do it for you right off the bat. There aren't many. But in the end, in the long run, you're like, damn.
WandaVision.
Really good.
Yeah,
WandaVision
I'm gonna have
did
to
it
agree
for
with
me.
Devin. There aren't many shows on Disney Plus that I'm just immediately attached to, but the ones that really get me going are the Disney Plus porns. You know, the ones on the adult hub.
With the Disney princesses.
Yeah. Well, no.
The animal sidekicks is what does it for you.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Y'all kill me. Yeah, I'm gonna
Kick you off.
There's already
too.
2 things I need. There's already 2 parts I need to edit out of this. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit more about episode 1. We obviously have gotten some characters that we. Oh wait, gosh darn, I'm in the wrong thought. I'm going on to episode 2. We're getting callback characters from Legends, Star Wars. The big behemoth black Wookiee. What's his name? Black.
That's episode 2, man.
I know. Yeah, I lost
Yeah.
my thought, and I realized that, and then I went off into 2.
Well, I'll tell you, episode 1, I know that you were not
They-
the only one that thought it was bad. I mean, I paid attention to it, kind of. I was doing other stuff, but even afterwards, I was like, I don't really know what was accomplished here. And there are people all over the internet that was like, that first episode sucked.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yes, totally agree.
I know there was a meme I saw or something about like the assassins that were running around. One of them was still in like Skechers, and so like
It's
they don't know.
because they're parkour runners. That's why.
Yeah, and yeah. But
What-
you're Disney. Come on, you can't make a comfortable shoe that blends in with the costume.
Or at least like see it and CGI it out. What do y'all think about this? Since Devin brought up like backlash from fans, what do y'all think about fans also criticizing Boba's dad bod?
I mean,
Why are they criticizing it?
Because they're mean. The internet people
They
are
just
mean.
want to make fun of an actor who's not in super tip-top shape.
Yeah, I think he looks
mean,
fine.
I think it makes sense for the character, and I think he
Yeah.
looks great.
Yeah,
honestly,
he's getting older.
it doesn't
but-
matter what type of body you have when you have this freaking armor on top, right?
Yeah,
that's true.
he's technically a Hutt now, so let him get big and rule Tatooine like a fat giant monster that he is.
I don't think he's technically a Hutt at all.
It's not
I don't think he's part of the Hutt family. I just think he's a
Well-
daimyo, right?
Well, I'm saying it
Yeah,
because Jabba was fat, and then the
Stop while you're ahead. Stop while you're ahead.
What?
I don't
Yeah.
Stop
know.
while you are ahead.
Well, no, I'm not. I'm just going in like Jabba was fat, and even the guy who usurped it got a little meat on his bones. So it makes sense for Boba to maybe eat a couple of turkey legs. I'm just saying, whatever. I'm not criticizing it. Let him. I'm getting big too. I get it. It's hard being in shape.
They just created a character that adult men can dress as.
Yeah, it's us. It's our cosplay.
Yeah.
we can finally do it. All right.
Wasn't
well,
that Brothor?
yeah, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
fucking love Brothor.
Yeah. All right. Well, I really honestly didn't like episode 1, so I don't really have much to talk about it. It's great seeing Boba back, but episode 1 really, it felt like just a really long prologue, and like I was just like, come on, let's get to the meat of it.
I will say, oh, go ahead, Tim. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say it was very forgettable. And like Flippo said, the jumping back to the past, the flashbacks. Sure, I like a good TV show with flashbacks. They don't always have to, be in linear order. But not every TV show has to have flashbacks, There's sometimes you just want to start at a point and then end at this point. Not start at this point, go back, then go over.
And if you want to if you want to discuss like how he got here from where he was, make it into a whole episode. Doesn't have to be a flashback. It could be him like going back to help them, and what's her face, Ming-La Na Wei, saying like, "How do you know them?" And then he kind of just like tells her and moves on.
Yeah, like you know how Titans did Red Hood's flashback, and it was an entire episode.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was probably one of the best episodes in Titans in the newest season.
Yeah.
I think it would have worked perfectly with this. Just have one episode, 4 episodes in, that was like, by the way, this is how I got to where I was in Mando.
I think this might be a short series, so they're trying to maybe tell as much as they can. Because episode 2 kind of tells 2 stories as well. We got the Tusken Raider flashback, and we also got him and what's her name trying to create a new empire, basically. But I mean, maybe I think they're pressed for time, and they're wanting to just kind of play as much catch up as they can early. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, stop it. That's what I say. Stop it.
Yeah.
Like, it's annoying.
Yeah.
I will say
It kind of it dropped in your lap. You're like, okay, what am I watching now? It's not the same show. What am I watching?
Yeah.
I will say I don't understand why he needs the Bacta tank so frequently. It's like he just bathes in it twice a day. Like, does he have bad knees?
Remember
it's 'cause
in the
he's healing,
flashbacks, he's got the wrinkled skin because of the acid in the Sarlacc pit?
No, I totally
healing
missed that.
his
I was doing other
skin.
stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
No,
if you-
Sarlacc Pit was after that, though.
No, the Sarlacc pit. Sarlacc pit was the worm stomach, right?
Yeah.
Where
Right,
you
yeah.
digest for 1,000 years or some bull.
Yeah.
Right.
He was in the Sarlacc pit. He came out of the Sarlacc pit after being digested a little bit, so his skin's all messed up, and he's
That's
fixing it
what-
with the Bacta tank.
Yeah, because he doesn't have his armor because he got messed up by some Jawas,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Tuscans took him as prisoner.
Also, does it only heal physical wounds, or does it like heal the inside of your body? Because he might have like some sort of brain damage from being in the desert for so long that it's trying to get fixed.
Possibly.
I mean, it's just physical wounds.
Who knows? We don't know the technology.
That's why
He's-
after that fight, he's like, I got to get back to the tank.
He's losing his edge because he got his ass kicked.
Yeah. I mean,
My dad
hell,
said-
he's also he was in the pit for at least 40, 50 years. So I
Was
don't know.
it? No. 40 years. He was in the pit for 40 or 50 years.
Yeah, when does Boba take place timeline wise? I thought it took place during Force Awakens time, or a little bit before that, before Force Awakens.
Boba has to exit the Sarlacc pit and meet the Mandalorian.
Let's look it up.
Well,
And meeting the Mandalorian happened prior to the Force Awakens, so it definitely wasn't that long.
yeah, and he had to meet him before he got his armor.
I might
So
Yeah.
all of this Tusken Raider stuff we're seeing happens before he meets Mando.
Yeah, and then afterwards, and then all his armored stuff is after Mando.
Yeah.
Are you reading your dad's comments, Devin?
No, I just know my dad. We had talked about it. He said that the fighting for that first scene where he's fighting all those people looked like ballet, like it was too choreographed. It did not look like a good fight.
Yeah.
It was
I-
like they went stab and they were like, ah,
They did
I
what?
agree.
One more time? Make that noise.
ah.
Thank you. We're gonna sound save that. I'm trying to
Um,
find how long
yeah.
he was in the pit for. I mean, obviously he wasn't in there
Oh,
50 years. I was exaggerating, but
I'd probably say, I mean, was he even in there for years?
he was in there for a good
I'd say
while.
for like, I don't know,
Let's see. Force Awakens takes place at least 5 years. At least 5 years after Return of the Jedi. No, because Luke. That doesn't make sense. Because Luke is old as hell too. I don't know. I'm just gonna assume he was in there for maybe 10 years.
Well, you have to think, like, how long do you think he's with the Tusken Raiders?
Is Greg's video slow for you guys as well?
Yeah,
Is it not matching with it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been slow like that for like a couple of times. For a few episodes, it's been doing that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. You never look at me.
I really don't. I'm usually correcting y'all's, sizes
I know.
from
Hold
all
on.
the times you move back and forth. Exactly. Perfect.
All right. Well, let's go hit episode 2. Who would like to do the synopsis in episode 2? Not me.
I've
We've
only
already been
seen
talking
like
about
half of
episode
it.
Do
Well, spoiler alert, Devin.
No, that's fine. It's okay. I know that episode 2 is better. I've heard that. I'm excited to watch it. What I've seen is better, but I'm not as worried about a spoiler right now because it's only 2 episodes in. What are you really gonna spoil?
Dude, episode 2 was like by far better than episode 1.
I mainly liked episode
There's
2.
a lot more storytelling.
Yeah, I liked episode 2 heavily because we got to see what I was hoping for Mando is seeing a side of Star Wars you never get to see. And we got that in this new episode. We got a kind of a good look at the Tusken Raiders and what they're about. They're kind of, I get a lot of Native American vibes from the Tusken Raiders, and it's cool just seeing how they actually like do things. And it was neat watching Boba try to teach him how to use the speed bike. He's like, it's like a bantha.
Yeah.
But it was just funny. It just, oh, and also we got introduced to some new huts in this. Were they joined?
No.
No,
The
they were
twins?
just sitting
No.
next to each other.
Okay, the way I was looking at it, they looked like they were fused together. Oh yeah,
They
but
sure looked romantically involved, though.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
brother and sister, I believe, of Hutts that are saying they have claim to the Tatooine crime throne that Boba has usurped. And we get introduced to a Star Wars Legends character by the name of
Dark Wookiee.
no
Darth
It's,
Lucas.
no, it's
Black.
dark.
I literally
It's Black Car Nassan or something like that.
Black Chrysanthemum.
Short version is they call him Black K.
Yeah. So Black Chrysanthemum is actually a pretty cool character. He is interacted with Obi-Wan Kenobi. This is actually where the scar comes from on his eye.
You can tell he's got a scar on his eye.
Yeah.
It
Under all
wasn't.
that fur?
It was not clear in the TV show was not clear.
Yeah, but like in the comics,
In the
it's very
comic
clear.
book, yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
but not in the TV
But
show.
he actually kidnaps Uncle Owen at one point, and Obi-Wan fights him. He also fought Chewbacca. He fought Han Solo. He's interacted with quite a few people, and in the comics, he teams up for a while with Boba Fett. So I'm very interested to see what they do here because it kind of set it up like they're gonna butt heads. But
You
yeah.
know, I feel like because I think this is the one thing that I've seen like that Mandalorian did too is they take this race that you don't see a whole lot of or that's supposed to be extinct and then say, all right, we got our Mandalorian. Let's put him with a rare species.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if that's the reason, but I think it's just cool getting like these characters that are easily like forgotten in like extended lore finally being brought in here, and that's always cool to see.
I like that they gray like a dog grays. Like the
Wookiees?
chin and the whiskers and the eyebrows first.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about the good. What's up?
So touching back on the Sarlacc pit,
Today,
right,
Junior.
he was only. That's why he grabbed the stormtrooper's oxygen.
Can you repeat that because it cut out?
Oh, because I got okay.
No, you're
So
beautiful.
it said that he was only in the Sarlacc pit for like a few days.
Really?
Okay.
If not, he would have ran out of oxygen.
That's surprising because he was
And
pretty.
food.
Because Mandalorian armor is supposed to be super duper strong, and the armor was already kind of getting beaten up. So that's
Well,
surprising.
he
that's
also
just a few
took like a
days.
lightsaber and a blaster to it, right? Right before he fell into
Well,
the pit.
I think his wrist was the only thing that got hit with a lightsaber, and his jetpack got hit by Han Solo. So it shouldn't have been beaten up, but I'm just surprised that it was just a few days.
But I mean,
Because,
think
I mean,
about a
Go
creature
ahead.
that big, how much like acid is really in that stomach juice.
How much
Well,
acid
not
do you really
much
have?
because it takes 1,000 years to, melt something.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's
Maybe he
probably
can-
not much acid at all.
well.
Maybe
I mean,
he can control it.
Well, the Sarlacc has the ability to keep them alive. Like it has the ability to feed them for 1,000 years, but like it could.
Not keep them alive.
Yeah, but I don't know. It was just my main thought was it was just surprising that the armor got beat up a little bit more for than just a few days. But let's talk about some good and bad from episode 2. The good for me was I really loved the train heist. Is the best way I can explain it.
Yeah,
But
that's exactly what it was.
yeah,
I mean,
but the bad part of that also was it felt like Mando, and like I don't know. I know it's being nitpicky and all that stuff, but that's just what we are. But it just really bothers me that that these two shows are already like following so closely to each other.
it's because they're going to be because who they're produced by and directed by. They're going to be.
Who are they
they're not gonna-
produced and directed by?
John Favreau. And
okay.
Dave
John Favreau's
Filoni,
producer on it. Yeah.
and-
Also, everybody views these people as bounty hunters, and I mean, you can, and I mean, they even said he's like, I'm not a bounty hunter. He's like, but I'm gonna pay you like you're one, and he still takes the money. He still does the job. So I mean,
yeah.
if that's how everyone views him, that's how they're gonna treat him, and he's just gonna keep taking the money and doing the jobs.
Yeah. What are y'all's good and bads from this episode?
My bad. Well, my good. Pass.
I liked there were two things that I liked. I haven't seen enough to like say like this is bad, but I did like in the beginning when he's going to see the mayor. I enjoyed seeing like we've seen this species before, but we never really hear them talk. They're really just like grumbling in the background. So like seeing them talk and how all that stuff, how that technology works so they can talk, I thought it was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I also just like the way that like they barged into the office and everyone's like, "Oh, do you have an appointment?" I thought that was a good bit of comedy.
Yeah.
His right hand man, I hate that guy.
I did too.
Yeah.
But he's somebody because I can I recognize his face, but I can't quite tell who he is.
I recognize his voice, but I don't know.
You're talking about the other Twi'lek?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the lady at the casino is also one.
Yeah,
Is also somebody, but I don't know who that is either.
Well, I don't remember his name, but he was in Year One. He was in a TV show called Lodge 49. He's been in a few things, but maybe y'all know him from Year One. He
That
was
kid from Juno?
David Pasquez.
yeah, he was the
David Pasquesky.
yeah, he was the king of Sodom's soothsayer, not the soothsayer, but like the magistrate maybe is what his name was, but I don't know. But no, yeah, that's where you recognize him from. I'd
have to Google it.
Yeah, another good that I had in this episode was I loved the spirit what I don't know, the spirit quest scene with the Tuscans.
Oh yeah, him being guided by a lizard.
Yeah, that was
Lizard.
cool. And then I had one, and then I just completely lost it. But
I'm
Was it
disappointed that he doesn't.
do what?
Was it him training with the staff?
That was good, but that wasn't my good. But I'll come back to it if I remember it. What were you
Were
gonna
you
say?
gonna
I'm
Tim?
disappointed that he doesn't still have that staff from when he was
Mhm.
with the.
Yeah,
those guys.
Yeah, he gave it up once he got his armor back from.
I know he's like, screw that! I can have a rocket pack.
But like that, I don't know. I think that would be that would be a cool thing to be like, well, this is a memento that I've got, just like Mando had the spear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Devin, you haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah,
I,
but you guys just told me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he might still get the staff back. We don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe he'll rock it.
So I do want to agree with Devin. I think they have some really good comedic timing for their comedic scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Because like it's not like too often, but it's also not too far apart where you're like, oh, this is too serious of a TV show.
Like
Yeah.
even the Rancor thing, the Rancor, the Rancor thing. I was like,
When they
That's-
dropped him into the Rancor pit, I was like, I thought the Rancor was dead.
I was thinking the same.
Did they get a new one?
actually,
Yeah.
I was gonna be pissed if they had a new one. I was like, this is bullshit.
Yeah,
And then when they were like, it's empty, I was like, haha. Call back.
that was a good moment. Man, I'm upset. I can't remember my other good, but I think it was a good one. Oh well.
Guess it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
It does feel like the Mando and Book of Boba Fett are following that same kind of like climactic, rhythm that all of the Disney Marvel shows are going through. And honestly, it feels like another Marvel show, and I'm kind of like,
Like you saying,
you
like,
guys come
it's-
up with a new format, please. Make it a little bit more interesting.
Are you
This is
saying-
why
Did y'all
when
watch
Dis-
Visions?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we
What?
did an episode on
Oh
it.
yeah, yeah.
I wasn't here for it.
Obviously.
Is it the same pacing?
No.
No, it's completely different.
But they were also like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This one.
and Marvel already said it's not canon.
Yeah, this
Like
one.
they came out like the same week and was like, yeah, none of this stuff is in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
There's a reason why Disney only releases movies every so often, and so you don't think that they're going the same formula every time.
Did I say Marvel or did I say Disney?
Well, you said it has the same feel as like the Marvel stuff.
Oh. Yeah, but just now, whenever I said Disney came out the same week and said it's not canon, did I say Disney or Marvel? Because I meant Disney.
I think you said Disney.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Well, this one I think heavily like follows Mando, and I find that to be the worst thing about it. But let's transition into final thoughts and a little bit of speculations of where we think the show's actually going. And does it matter? Like, I'm in my eyes, I see this as a one season thing. Like, I don't know what else they can tell. They've rumored, and I really hope to God they don't bring his old ass in. They rumored to want Harrison Ford to show up at some point. And I'm just like, please God, don't. I know it would be cool, but don't do it. They've also talked about bringing in Cad Bane from the Clone Wars
That'd
series.
be cool.
He would make sense. Obviously,
Yeah.
Bosk, who kind of trained Boba when he was getting started. But I mean, it has possibilities of being cool, but I don't see it being important in the grand Star Wars sense.
I would say that I think this would have been better if we didn't have Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And I say that because before Mandalorian, you never like you saw Boba Fett, you saw Jango Fett, but like they didn't do a whole lot of talking. Boba Fett barely did any action.
Yeah.
And so like you didn't really get to know what kind of characters the Mandalorians were.
Yeah.
And so with him, like now taking off his helmet every 5 minutes.
Well, he's
Just to
not a
put him-
Mandalorian, so
Well, yes, but I mean like, he can,
I get what
My
you're.
dad
Yeah.
brought
I
up-
get. I
He
get.
got you.
No, I get what you're.
my
I
dad
get what
brought
you're
up a
saying.
good point. It seems like his helmet is in control of his fighting. Like if he doesn't have his helmet, he's gonna get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Well, he has all the sensors and the visor that tells him everything.
Yeah. I mean, the creator has said on Twitter that he really doesn't like Boba taking off his helmet, and I agree. What made fans like attracted to him was the mystery of like, who is this like mysterious bounty hunter and blah blah blah. And now that we obviously know who he is. He's a clone, and they all look the same, but. I miss the mystery. Just keep your helmet on. It's cool.
You
think
can thank Robert
keeping-
Rodriguez for that.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
I think keeping the helmet on with the Mandalorian, I hope to never see Pedro Pascal's face again in
Yeah.
the series. But in this one, it doesn't really matter because he's not a Mandalorian, and you know, I think they're setting up for him to give up his Beskar armor anyway, which is why it's showing, that training sequence with those Sen people. I don't remember their names.
Tusken Raiders.
Tusken Raiders, yeah, and I think there's gonna be more character development where we see him learning other fighting styles, and then he's just gonna give up the Beskar armor altogether.
I didn't think about that. That would be a very interesting move. Boba getting rid of the armor. That'd be interesting.
I'd like to see this by the end of the season and not another season. I'd just like to see a tie-in to Poe Dameron. Is that his name from the new Star Wars trilogy?
Yeah, Oscar Isaac.
Yes.
To his spice trading days, or at least that old outfit that he used to spice trade with.
Yeah.
Just like a small little tie-in. No other seasons. I don't want to know anything else about it. Leave it to my imagination. But I just like that little tie-in.
Because they already brought up spice in episode 2.
Yeah, exactly. They're already trading it. And we know as a daimyo of that planet, he's going to probably get into the criminal business of spice running.
He's going to do some things.
He's going to get his Slave One back. Is it
I got to plug.
One?
Yeah, Slave One. Actually, Disney renamed it.
It's not Slave One anymore, but yeah.
It's just Boba Fett's ship. My computer's about to die. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Just wrap it up. Just
fill the air. Fill the air.
Okay, yeah. While he's going, I'm going to read off some of Venomized Tom's comments. So, Venomized Tom said, right on, he wanted to agree with Dad Bod's looking good in heavy Mando gear. He's saying, I think there was such a huge gap between Boba and the Sarlacc, and then suddenly appearing at Mando. Maybe giving a nod to Star Wars fans. Episode 2 is more geared for newer fans to get into the quick recap. He says, I don't know how he kicked butt on Troopers and Mando, but lost so badly in episode 1 of Booker. Yeah, we agree. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to know who we think the authority is that can approve killing a Hutt.
The TVA.
The TVA? I think so too. And this is going to be a tie-in to the Marvel Universe.
Mm-hmm.
And just going to give up on Star Wars altogether.
If I had to give a real answer to that, I don't know. Maybe there's a crime family, like of the underground thing. Like, you know how like
like a syndicate?
Yeah, like you know how there's multiple families? Like maybe there's just multiple crime families in the underground that could determine.
And they gotta vote on it or something.
Yeah, because Tatooine is kind of a backwater crimey planet. So I don't know.
Try telling that to Luke Skywalker, you jerk.
He was in a.
What if it's the mayor?
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
I don't think it would be the mayor, because obviously Boba Fett is aware of the criminal organization of the planet, and he's not afraid of the mayor at all.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why he should be so scared.
All right. Well, let's drift into final thoughts. I've said the same thing this whole episode.
Really fast. Sorry. Venomized Tom said maybe Kira or Kyra. I don't know how you say the name.
Kira
or
from
Darth
Death Note?
Maul can be the authority that they go to for.
I think Kira from Death Note would be really interesting.
I know. I said Kira, and I was like, wait a second. It's probably not pronounced Kira. Yeah.
I don't know. They say daimyo with a little twang to it.
Well, sometimes they say daimyo like daimo. Like there was one time they said daimo, and I was like, is that daimo or daimyo? What?
Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
Boba Fett's Dynamax.
I know. Boba who, Devin?
Boba
Because
who?
he said Boba Fex with an X instead of T.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oops.
Anyway.
That's
sorry.
his Dynamaxed form, Tim.
Yeah.
But as I was saying with my final thought, I've said the whole episode that it's basically Mando 2. I'm hoping that it introduces something that makes me care a little bit more. I don't know. I love Boba Fett. He's banging as a character. I have his helmet right over there, and it's just kind of like maybe I was expecting too much, and that's my problem. But
well, Greg, let me ask you a question then.
Huh.
What if it was Darth Maul that was the authority? How would you feel?
That would be really interesting because obviously we got in Han Solo, he's in charge of something. What was the Crimson Dawn? No, that's from Skyrim.
No, yeah, he is part of the Mandalorians that want like to rebel and have like their own nation again or something. But I don't remember what they're called. But yeah, because he's Robot Maul right now, right? And he's gonna show up in the Obi-Wan, the Kenobi series, they said.
Yeah.
Which also takes place on Tatooine.
But also, does that mean that Rebels isn't canon anymore? Because shut up! I didn't mean this in a nerd way. but
actually,
my glasses are falling. But no, does that mean Rebels isn't canon? Because in Rebels, spoiler alert, Maul dies, and that's also the first time Maul sees Obi-Wan Kenobi since like Clone Wars days.
Well, does it?
Yeah, because
he's supposed to die.
Yeah, in Rebels, Maul, after the Clone Wars and Palpatine's rise, Maul kind of just went hermit and into hiding. And then whenever Ezra and them went looking for the Sith holocron, Maul came out of hiding, found out where Kenobi was, and
he tried to be best friends with Ezra and have his own apprentice. Yeah.
But no, like when Maul, like that's what I mean. So like when Maul found out where Kenobi was, that was the first time he knew where Kenobi was. So to throw Maul into the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, one of them isn't canon then.
Well, maybe Kenobi will follow the storyline of Maul like separately, and not have them meet up until after he learns of his existence from Star Wars Rebels.
They unknowingly interact with each
or
other.
we're just going to have a bunch of writers write a TV show who haven't been paying attention to the other canon material and then just make crap out of nothing.
That's highly possible, yeah.
Well, Greg, the reason I asked you that was because that would mean that this show, yet again, has ties to like the Jedi and the Sith. And you made it abundantly clear in Mandalorian that that's something that you're like, I just want to get away from the Jedi. It's such a big universe.
I don't mind the Force powers, but I want to get away from the Jedi.
Yeah.
So if Maul is in it, that would still be cool. If he's in charge of the Death Watch, which is what their name is, I just remembered.
Yeah, just don't centralize.
That would be cool too.
Yeah, just don't centralize on it. And it's good.
Yeah.
Like they did, like Mando basically became Baby Yoda show. And now that he's gone, I'm excited because now we can get back to like the underground and all that stuff.
Yeah, now that he's gone, it's just going to focus on Luke Skywalker. It's going to be called The Mandalorian Season 3, and it just follows Luke through making his little Jedi school. It's going to be great.
But no, like, like as you can have the Jedi. I'd love, like, throw the Sith in. That's cool. Just don't make that the big deal.
Hey, don't kid yourself. You're going to give us the complaints about having Jedi forces and powers during Obi-Wan. Don't give me.
You're gonna watch it anyway. You're gonna complain about it.
Well, yeah, I'm balls to the wall excited for Kenobi, just because I think that if it takes like a Logan type feel to it, I'm like so down for the Kenobi.
But it might.
You guys think that Kenobi will show up in this show?
It would be interesting.
Just for like
it'd be cool.
A second or so.
Like I can't.
No, because he's dead.
I'm kind of hoping.
He's dead at this point? Kenobi?
Yeah, because this takes place after. After Mando.
No, yeah. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Yeah.
I thought that earlier, but I didn't say anything, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I was like, oh yeah, he's dead.
I'm kind of hoping we get to leave Tatooine for a bit. I hate this planet.
I bet we don't.
I hate Tatooine so much. It's
cheap for production. Just shoot every TV show set in the Star Wars universe in the same exact location. Hey, we're in space, but we're always in a desert.
Dude, all I'm gonna say is Anakin was right. Sand sucks. It's coarse. It gets everywhere, and I want to leave this freaking planet. We just keep coming back to Tatooine.
So I was reading up on who Boba Fett has to get permission from.
Yeah.
So he basically has to go to the Hutts because it's like a syndicate. The Hutts are a syndicate, and he has to ask permission to kill the twins.
To kill their
family.
family.
To kill their family members. And I bet they're gonna say no, and he's gonna recruit the Tusken Raiders, and they're building up for him to get an army.
Yeah. And then he's gonna fight all of them, and whoever else he's gonna train with in between the Tusken Raiders and the Mando. Yep.
Quick question: was I the only one who thought when he was training with the staff, and you see that thing off in the distance? I thought it was the worm, the big ass worm thing from Mandalorian.
From Dune.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
You talking about the crate dragon?
It's the same thing.
The what?
He's talking about the train.
You talking about the crate dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought what he saw in the distance was that, not a train. And then it started shooting people.
Dude,
I was like, what the hell?
They're effed. They're totally effed.
All right. Any other final thoughts?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
Love it.
Nah, bro.
I'm kind of excited to see where this is going to go.
Yeah. I don't see it going anywhere else, but I am excited to see what they do.
I think if he ditches his Mandalorian armor, and becomes like more Tusken Raidery with his lead, I think seeing that move on.
All right,
really
I'll
cool.
say this: I can see it going somewhere if we do what like Tim or Flippo said, that they have to kill the Hutts and they kind of create a new crime syndicate. I could maybe see it going somewhere then, but as of now, it's just Mando 2.
Can you imagine Tatooine ruled by a bunch of sand people?
It sounds like
a seal.
They sound like donkeys. No, they sound like donkeys. I swear to God, they like ripped a donkey like hee-hawing, and that's what they use for their call-outs.
It'd be the dumbest sounding, loudest planet in the solar system.
And then you know what? They nuke it, and you don't have to come back here.
Oh God!
I've got one last prediction. His assassin lady is working for the Hutts the entire time. Last episode, she kills him, and then it black screen. No credits.
I think he should die in this season.
I hope so.
I don't think I don't think Boba should die. I think
I think he should lose all his limbs, but die going too far.
Vegetable is as low as I'll go. But no, I mean
he's pretty much already a vegetable.
I don't think he should die. I think they're kind of going he's obviously learning respect, and obviously he's very humbled after getting his butt sucked on by a Sarlacc for a few days. And I think he might not die, but he might retire and maybe just quit. I don't know. But yeah, who knows?
You can't quit crime.
Nobody can quit crime.
Even Han Solo didn't quit crime. But you know what we can quit?
This episode.
Yeah, this episode. So, thank you guys for joining us today.
Oh.
Shut up, Devin.
My bad. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Devin. Go ahead.
All right, I said and this season.
And this season. All right. Anything else, guys?
Nope.
All right. Anyway, thanks for stopping by the Cape Complainers.
Don't forget to like
and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
And check out our YouTube channel and our Twitch stream at The Caped Complainers, where Tim's doing a Nuzlocke run of Pokemon Diamond
Brilliant Diamond.
Yep.
Diamond.
Brilliant Diamond.
All right. And don't forget, nobody complains like a complainer and a fan. We will be back for what?
Nobody did Reed's part.
Well, we could do it after Greg's part.
You can follow the mothership at Vinyl Draft Radio. Download the app. And give it a 5-star.
Yes, say it like Reed.
At Vinyl Drought Radio.
Yeah, Reed hasn't been on in a while, so I forgot how he sounds, to be honest.
Vinyl Drip.
Vinyl Droop.
Drip.
I know.
But no, download the app, give it a 5-star review, and also we will be back for a roaring season 3 at some point in the future. Yeah, that might have been the word I was looking for. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Love you a bunch.
Goodbye.
Good night.